Hello and welcome Brisbane Ekka. According to 2019 exhibitor prospectus.com.au, nearly 70% of the 414,000 annual Brisbane Ekka event attenders play online video games. However, not all Ekka Sideshow Alley games appeal to this entire Ekka audience. My digital game, Balloon Darts, aims to appeal to this audience through recreating the classic Sideshow Alley game, Balloon Darts, into a digital format. We hope that in this year's upcoming annual Ekka event, the Brisbane Ekka staff will select Balloon Darts to be implemented into the Sideshow Alley for its innovative design as a single-player or multiplayer balloon popping game. As stated earlier, this year we will be recreating the Ekka game Balloon Darts into a digital format. We have decided that Microsoft Visual Studio 2017 will be the ideal choice to develop the game because of its easy usability, learnability, and functionality. The mind maps of Balloon Darts show the functional requirements of the game, which include data requirements and certain sections of the constraints. The non-functional requirements include environmental, customization, target audience, and economic. The self-determined criteria sections show the different algorithms within the game features, and prototyping development. The game Balloon Darts will accomplish the prescribed criteria in order to be enjoyable for users of all ages and socio-economic statuses. A personal impact that a user may encounter is a game achievement such as a high score or high point status. By using a leaderboard, the user can see their high scores and compare their skill set to others of the same age. Economic impacts will be things such as the user's unknown financial position in order to play the game, and finally, the social impacts, which can be achieved through the users being able to compare their high scores to their friends and peers via the leaderboard. Balloon Darts will also need to consist of accurate and efficient algorithms with the elimination of inefficient code, low-quality sketches of the prototypes, and the prototyping of the user interface. The self-determined criteria of Balloon Darts created by me will ensure that the game will appeal to the target audience, the game will be easy to access and use for all users, it will be innovative using new and advanced technologies, and a dart fired at a balloon will be precisely given as either a hit or a miss. The constraints of the game are to complete the task within the allocated time period. We will need to finish the project with enough time in advance to be able to test and implement it into the Brisbane Ekka. The task must also abide by the Australian standards, and all legal requirements and regulations must be met. The video game Balloon Darts has a target audience of people who are familiar with video games, this being predominantly children, but the ages can range from 5 to 50 years old, depending on the person's physical state. The game will also have age limits. Due to the skill sets of users under the ages of 5 are very limited, they will not be able to thoroughly enjoy the game and play it to its full potential. Therefore, it is for this reason that an age limit has been put in place. The existing solution of Balloon Darts consists of many pros and cons. The pros of the game is that it can be single player or a multiplayer game. It also has an element of competitiveness between the users of the game to be able to pop the most balloons. Cons of the game, although, are the fact that it actually takes physical strength to throw a dart at a balloon, making it inaccessible for older people. Also, there is no leaderboard to keep track of a user's score, and multiple balloons can be popped at once due to the positioning of them, which can result in unfair scores. The influence of existing solutions encourages the digital version of Balloon Darts to consist of a more efficient and accurate algorithm, which will allow for a smoother gameplay experience, better aesthetic features for the user interface, which will be bright and contrast, allowing for objects to be seen clearer and better, and the background of the start screen, which will show an overview of the game's levels just to make the user a little bit more expectant of the game so that they know what they will be up against, thus increasing the learnability of the game. The statistical influences of the technical proposal are that 53% of children own a smartphone today. This may allow children to download another version of the game in the form of a phone application until they reach the age limit. When children are the age limit, they will enjoy the game more due to their better development of motor skills, and they will also be able to reach higher and more experienced levels of gameplay. The start screen of Balloon Darts will instantly come up with a screen displaying the name of the game so that the user knows what game they are playing. A green button will appear directly below the game title, which the user will click to enter and begin the first level of the game. And finally, the background of the main levels of the game showing what the user may expect while playing the game. When the user clicks the play button, they will be automatically transferred to a starting screen, which will show the countdown from 3 until 1 in seconds before the game level begins. As soon as the countdown is complete, the game level will open up and balloons will begin slowly floating up the screen, and the user must be able to point their dart gun at the balloon and pop the required amount of balloons to pass the game. If the user is able to pop a balloon, the balloon icon will change from a balloon to a little small pop message that will show that the balloon has been popped, and the amount of points that they will receive from the balloon will appear above the icon. In the event of a miss, the balloon must float up and get past the game form's height without the user launching a dart at it. In this case, the icon will change from a balloon icon to a miss icon and slowly fade out of sight. If the user is able to successfully hit the required number of balloons to pass the level with minimum misses, they will be taken to the level pass screen and will be allowed to either proceed to the next level or go to the shop. If they fail the level and have too many misses, the user will be forced to end the game and restart if they want to. If the user does pass the level, they may select to go to the shop. In this case, a screen will pop up, showing the shop and a selection of upgrades that the user can make to their gameplay in order to make it more fun and enjoyable. For example, if the user were to upgrade their reload speed, they would need to already have 100 points, which is the in-game currency. They can earn points by passing levels. If they already have the required amount or more, they can upgrade their reload speed by 1 bar. Each upgrade has 8 bars, and each one costs 100 more points than the previous. With the reload speed upgrade, they have decreased their reload speed time by 0.5 seconds. This change will only be seen when playing in-game during a level. The other upgrades in the shop can be seen in my IPO charts. The algorithms which were used in this project were created in the form of IPO charts. These included ball movements, hit or collision detection, miss detection, and shop buttons for all of the upgrades. In my normal gameplay IPO chart, the inputs for it will be the user clicks, if a player pops a balloon, or if a player misses a balloon. The outputs of these events will be either a balloon icon, a pop icon, a miss icon, or switching between screens or levels, which uses procedures. If we look here at the beginning of our pseudocode, we begin with if button plate clicked, then we're going to declare all our variables, and we're going to load procedure level 1. And during that time, we're going to set the score, balloon pops, misses, and reload speed. Then we get into the main gameplay. Balloon movement is in another IPO chart, which I will explain later. But we see here, if the balloon icon is clicked, then we're going to wait for the reload time, and the click is going to be temporarily disabled for the reload period. Then we're going to set the darts to darts -1, which takes away a dart. And then we're going to use a case statement to see if it is clicked, then the balloon pops is going to be +1, and the balloon icon is going to be visible equals false. And then we're going to set its position as the pop.jpg icon. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to use the randomize function with a case statement to see the random points with parameters, and this will basically give us our upgrades, which is like our +5 points, +10 points, or whatever the chance may be. And then here we can see that we've declared that if the balloon is above the game height position, the game form position height, we're going to change the balloon to a miss icon. And then we could see if, and then this is all stuff that just says if we have enough balloon pops or we don't have, then we're going to either show the level pass screen or the level failed screen. And if the user clicks the shop button, then we're going to load the shop. In conclusion, all of my self-determined and prescribed criteria were successfully reached. I successfully provided the user interface designs to show in detail the components of the game using the elements and principles of visual communication. Accuracy and efficiency of algorithms was also achieved through the use of IPO charts. I also made a low-fidelity, non-coded prototype, which was made using Adobe Illustrator. In addition, the game also met all of the required law regulations for data privacy acts, copyright, and etc.